Greetings to you. Today we're going to talk about the company MaoPay. I decided to make this video because many members of my team have been asking for Zoom calls, but I just don't have enough time. So guys, today I'm making this video for everyone who wants to see my perspective on the company, why I chose it, and in general to understand how MaoPay works. Right now we're on the company's website, where we can see the company's mission, business model, and contact information. The website also highlights all the cryptocurrencies that this company works with, which is great because there are 9 of them. So here is the company's mission. If you're interested, you can look into it, check out what this site is all about, and so on. Also, at the bottom of this website, we can find all the company's partners, which include the Bank of China, various hedge funds, investment funds from Hong Kong and China, in general, from the Asian market. At the bottom of the site, we see contact information, WeChat, WhatsApp, and so on. That's all. If you need to, you can contact the company, basically write to them on WeChat if you're in China, or reach out to support via WhatsApp or support by email. So we can communicate with the company in various ways. And it's all very simple. Alright, let's go to my personal account. In my personal account, we can now see all the information. Basically, yes, my name is German Rosenberg. As we can see, you can also see how much I've earned from my investments. My deposit profit amounted to $4,563, referral profit was $12,000, and leadership profit, that is, bonuses for achieving ranks, was $4,350. My team turnover over 41 days is $376,732. Team turnover is the total turnover of my entire team, meaning the investments made by the whole team. At the moment, I have 184 active partners who have invested and 207 partners who have registered, but for some reason have not invested yet. Maybe they are waiting, or perhaps they don't have enough funds, but in general, everyone understands this. During my entire time with the company, I have earned $26,000. And we'll talk about that with you a bit later. So let's move on to the ergonomics of our back office. What does it contain and where can we find the most important things for us? At the top we can see that you can choose different languages: Russian, Turkish, Chinese, Hindi, Spanish, German, French, and of course English. I'll be going over this in English because most of my partners and in general most people know English and can easily understand it. In this tab, on the left, we see a window where there's the dashboard. This is where we are right now. Finance, this is where we make deposits or withdrawals. There's also statistics, all transactions, deposits, withdrawals, deposit profits, referral and leadership bonuses. Everything is very convenient. You can track everything, see how you're progressing, how your team is growing, how your profits are increasing, and so on. Deposits. In this tab, we can activate deposits or check what's happening with the deposits we've already activated and see how much profit they've generated. We can go to deposit info and reinvest our profits. For example, I have $14 here and I can go in and add it to an existing package. There's also a dedicated My Team tab located here. Within this section, we can clearly see who has successfully registered, easily find our designated leaders, view the entire comprehensive depth of our team's structure, and so on, providing a complete overview. And most importantly, the last tab is for documents. Let's go here. Here we see various presentations and PDFs. The MaoPay presentation is a PDF that briefly contains all the information about the company, as well as details about the marketing plan, investment plans, how we earn, and how the company earns. In general, it's a fully condensed and well-organized overview of the company itself. As we can see, there are many different translations here. Arabic, Chinese, English, French, German. I won't list them all. In short, there are a lot. And with so many translations in each file, you can study all of this, use it, and send it to your partners so they can get acquainted with the company. MaoPay Business Strategy is a PDF in which MaoPay talks about its business model, its investment strategy, diversification, and so on. This is very interesting for those who want to learn more about how the company thinks and where it is headed. MaoPay Risk Management is a PDF in which MaoPay shares its approach to risk management with us. It is essential to understand precisely how the company strategically utilizes its valuable assets, where it meticulously chooses to invest its capital, the specific and well-reasoned justifications for why it carefully allocates its financial resources to various distinct investment instruments, and more broadly, the comprehensive and robust methods they employ to diligently secure our hard-earned funds and consistently make them substantially safer and more protected. MaoPay Roadmap. We will go over this PDF in more detail later. This is essentially about understanding precisely what innovative tools and cutting-edge products the company intends to strategically launch and introduce onto the competitive market landscape. Furthermore, it encompasses a comprehensive outline of the detailed initiatives and strategic objectives the company meticulously plans to undertake and achieve over the course of the next several years, ensuring sustained growth and market relevance. And this is very interesting. But for us right now, it's important to understand whether this company is real at all, who runs it, whether it actually makes money or not. And these five files, as we can see, will help us with that. The first, second, and third are company documents that we can also download. MaoPay has also published its financial statements for the first and second quarters. We will go over this as well. Let's move on and download all the documents now. We can do it. 1, 2, 3. Here they are. They've opened, they've loaded. Everything is going exceptionally well. The most critically important thing for us to do right now is to meticulously verify their complete and undeniable authenticity. To achieve this crucial step, we will precisely type in the full and official name Hong Kong Trade Registry into the designated search bar. And we click search. We find one website and a second website. These are all official Hong Kong government websites where we can find companies registered in Hong Kong and, well, they are fully listed in the government databases. So these are two websites with government databases. On the Hong Kong Trade Registry website, Hong Kong lists companies that have a license to operate in the financial sector. Now we will proceed to type in the name MaoPay into the search bar, and then we will click on the search button to find it. And what will we find? As we can see, MaoPay AE Limited, a private company limited by shares. Business registration number, date of incorporation, and address of the registered office. We can clearly see that the registered office address and all the comprehensive company information presented here are indeed highly reliable and trustworthy. This is because we are currently navigating and viewing this data directly on one of the official and authoritative Hong Kong government portals, which serves as a verified and credible source for such important public records and corporate details. Registries. Let's go to the company registry. This is the government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. This is the Hong Kong Company Registry. We scroll down on the e-services portal website and click Login. And of course we wait. All government registries work very quickly. So what do they tell us? That is, as I understand it, maybe the registry isn't working right now, but let's keep trying because it's important for us to find everything. We go to the company registry and type search. we simply click on this particular button. If you're not from China, you can use any translator and translate your name into Chinese. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm translating it into Chinese. We also enter our name here. Now it's working fine. Whoa, there we go. Alright, here we also select other identification document. I chose passport and select Russian Federation. Everyone, of course, carefully selects their own specific country. We then proceed to meticulously fill in all the necessary information and subsequently complete the required CAPTCHA verification. And in this section we select 11. We check 11 boxes, 9, 10, 11, and then accept and submit. Now we will proceed to log in and subsequently be able to clearly see and easily find the specific company within the system. MaoPay and Gold. What's going on? As we can see, we've found MaoPay in the official Hong Kong company registry with all the necessary documents and licenses. We can see it. Number 7843696. Let's go to Hong Kong Trade. 7843696. We also go to the documents for 7843696. I Limited. That's it. We have everything we need. We can also see here the documents with the same number. And as we can see, the company received its documents on July 9th, 2025. And after that, they officially started developing through network marketing and, in general, accepting investors' funds. Before that, they were trading with their own money and setting up the system so that it would generate profit without failures. And we've checked the last document number, everything is fine. We can see the company's address as well. Also in this document, we see that the company has $1 billion in authorized capital. What else? We also see the founder's name. This is Mao Zheng. He is the founder of the company. And another very good and significant factor for me is that the company, MaoPay, is officially listed and recognized within the comprehensive company directory. This is it. A website from the USA. It's a similar global company registry, but only for the USA. Yes, it's not from Hong Kong, but the USA also maintains various company registries. And we see on this site that the company AP has the status active. It also shows when it started operating, and in general, all the same information as you find on other portals on the official Hong Kong registries. With that, I think we no longer have any questions about the company's legality. And let's move on to the financial reports, because that's also interesting. Also, yes, I probably forgot to mention what various publishers, different information portals, news outlets, and so on write. You can find this online, I think that's not a problem. Let's move on to the financial reports. We download the first report, and for the second quarter, we are now observing the first quarter of the year 2021, specifically looking towards 2025. The financial and fiscal part of the company. Who? What does the company director write there? You can read all of this yourself. What does Mao Zheng say in general? Basically, it's introductory information. And what's interesting are the markets where the company is developing, where it developed in the first quarter, and that was North America plus 3% and Europe 2%. Now the Pacific is at 12%, Latin America 5%, and Africa 4%. Overall, during this time, in the first quarter of 2025, the company had 13,700 new clients. That's already good. And this company hasn't even launched yet. It was more like they were testing everything and so on. As we can see, the company has a win rate of 85% per month and per quarter. That is, in January they had 74%, in February 92%, and in March 89%. The average win rate for the quarter is 85%. Let's go further down and explore this in more detail, and we can clearly see that even before the company officially launched its operations, they were actively engaged in trading activities using their own substantial financial resources, ultimately trading a truly significant total of $345 million. And they successfully made a significant profit margin of 39%, which impressively amounts to a substantial $135 million for the entire first quarter of the year 2025. And at the same time, dear friends, this was a period when they were trading with their own money, as well as the money of hedge funds, Chinese banks, and so on. In other words, their profit amounted to $135 million. This is for the first quarter of 2025. In percentage terms, that's 39.13%. So in total, the company earned in the first 3 months of 2025. This shows us that the company really knows what it's doing. As you can see, they understand where to invest, how to diversify risks, and so on. You can find all of this in the financial reports, study them, and get a more detailed understanding of where they earned the most funds. And I think now we'll move on to the financial report for the second quarter. For us, it's important to see how much the company has grown. So, as you can see now, the company has grown by 2% in North America, 3% in Europe, 22% in Asia, 7% in Latin America, and 3% in Africa. And that's more than 26,200 new clients who joined MaoPay in the second quarter of 2025. Let's move on. The company's win rate increased to 87% last quarter. In the first quarter, it was 85%. In the second quarter, we see that it's 87%. Win rate refers to the deals that ended up profitable. Let's keep going. What's very interesting is that the company has already started trading with a sum of $710 million. This includes their own funds as well as funds they attracted from Chinese banks, large investment funds, and institutional investors. We can continue to check and see where they invested, which segments have grown for them, right? Their investments. We also see that they earned 90 million from Web3 projects and Layer 2 projects. In other words, they invest in these projects. They also have analytical data centers, which have grown and brought in $38 million in profit. And all this clearly shows us that the company is developing steadily and robustly without requiring any additional significant investments from its leaders or from ordinary individual people, but is growing organically with its own internal resources, and it consistently generates substantial income. What profound implications does this truly tell us? That this particular company has entered the market with a very clear and well-defined long-term perspective. They are fully committed to operating and thriving for a considerably extended period. They absolutely do not need our funds. We will undoubtedly be able to earn here for many, many prosperous years to come. At the same time, they generously offer us very favorable and advantageous conditions so that we, as influential leaders, as dedicated network entrepreneurs and as skilled networkers, can effectively and successfully promote this remarkable company through strategic network marketing efforts. For MaoPay, this is just one part of their marketing. This brings them more investments, from which they also earn, and in addition, it's essentially free advertising, because we ourselves want to promote MaoPay. So let's now proceed to examine the relevant documents and thoroughly explore how we can effectively earn and achieve our objectives, among other things. Let's move on to the second report, the second quarter of this year. As you can clearly see, all the available information at first glance is generally quite similar, but what truly interests us is precisely how much the company has grown and in which specific markets. We can observe that the company is primarily in North America. Let us now compare. Now, there was a decline in North America, while in Europe, on the contrary, the number of clients increased. In Asia, the number of clients also increased. In Latin America, it went up as well, while in Africa, it decreased slightly. So you can see how the company is growing in some markets, there's a decline in some places, strong growth in others, and more modest growth elsewhere. In other words, it's the company's organic growth, and that's right, and that's very good. The win rate over these 3 months was 87%. The win rate has increased, so the company is generating more profit, earning more profit for itself. That's already a good sign. Its investments are growing properly. As we can see, last quarter this year, MaoPay invested $710 million, and from that amount, they earned a profit of 42.5%. That's an excellent profit. And that profit amounted to $263 million. So guys, the company is making money and everyone is earning along with it. And this is the best thing on the market for us. As we understand from what I just said, even just now, about legality, documents and financial reports, we see that the company does not need our money and we don't have to worry that one day it will shut down. We simply understand that the company needs help with advertising and marketing. What we are doing is our business, network marketing. And as a bonus, it allows us to earn very well. That's exactly what we're going to talk about now. Let's go back to our documents. Select MaoPay presentation. English language. Download. What else? Basically, on the very first slide, we clearly see the company's inspiring and impactful slogan, from a single drop to an entire ocean of significant profit, from a small, humble drop to an expansive ocean of substantial profit. I completely agree with this MaoPay slogan, because even starting with $100 and gradually building your team, expanding your team, and increasing your investments, you can eventually reach millions of dollars. So, about the company. I don't think we'll go into much detail on this slide. The only interesting thing here is that the company operates in 128 countries. Well, in general, I think you can take a look at this yourself. Also, on this slide we can see that the MaoPay team worked in Asian banks and were among the best analysts in this field. Currently, they have more than 25,000 users. These are individual and institutional investors, meaning hedge funds, banks, some investment companies, and large individual investors. A considerable number of people are already investing. We can also see here the areas in which MaoPay has expertise. I think you can look at all of this yourself. What interests us is the business model. They actively invest and they possess their own unique arbitrage strategies, including automated trading systems. Furthermore, they maintain a diversified portfolio in which they carefully mitigate risks by investing in various promising venture projects. They also frequently utilize scalping with small, rapid, and numerous trades and consistently earn additional income through this method. The company's average return is 38% return on investment, and the win rate is also 85%. We've seen all of this in the financial reports. So, let's now move on to the main and most important point, why we initially joined MaoPay, and indeed why you yourself joined. It is fundamentally about income. MaoPay generously offers 5 distinct types of income. These include comprehensive investment plans, a robust referral program, significant leadership bonuses for achieving various ranks, a beneficial reinvestment program, and also an exclusive ambassador program. The ambassador program is simply the very top choice for all aspiring leaders and dedicated people who truly know how to effectively build and manage their successful teams. Let's move on to the first type of income. These are the investment plans. It's all very simple. The minimum investment amount in MaoPay is $100. You can invest the minimum amount in just three packages. But let's go through the first 4. The ones that are highlighted, yes. Here we see 1, 2, 3, 4 highlighted packages. These are the plans that bring you daily profit from Monday to Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, MaoPay does not share profits with us on these plans, as they keep that profit for themselves. Because, sorry, but everyone wants to make money, and that's logical. For the company to survive, it needs to earn money. As we can see now, the starter plan requires a minimum of $100 and a maximum of $1,000 and yields from 0.5 to 1% daily. From Monday to Friday, you receive this profit. This plan runs for 20 business days. That's about 28 regular days. Optimal plan. As we can see, here the minimum investment is $1,000 and the maximum is $10,000. The daily profit from Monday to Friday ranges from 0.7 to 1.2%. This plan is activated for 30 business days. That's about 42 regular days. 42 to be exact, 42 regular days. At the end of this plan's term, yes, after 42 days, and in the starter plan, that's after 28 days, your investment is returned to your balance, and you can either withdraw it or reinvest it so your money keeps working for you. The premium plan is probably my absolute favorite and most highly recommended plan, primarily because when you wisely invest a substantial amount, ranging from $10,000 all the way up to $100,000 into this particular and incredibly beneficial plan, you can confidently expect to effectively double your initial investment amount in just 2 remarkably efficient cycles. What does that mean? As we can clearly see, this particular plan runs for precisely 40 business days, which is an equivalent of 56 regular calendar days. Over these 56 comprehensive days, your anticipated profit will be between a substantial 40 and a very impressive 60%. So on average, that's about 50%. So 2 cycles means you invest and you can withdraw your profit daily whenever you want. In other words, the profit in these plans, the first, second, third, and fourth, can be withdrawn at any time you want, with absolutely no fees or delays. Within 30 minutes, your profit is already in your wallet. The premium plan gives you a 2-fold return on your investment in the second cycle. In other words, you double your amount. So, on average, let's say in about 80 days, you fully recover your investment from the profit, and after that, your 10,000 keeps working for you, but you've already gotten your original money back. So, you've completely broken even. That's really cool. Very fast and simple. You do everything easily, it's great, and you earn constantly. There's also the Elite plan, which lasts 50 working days. That's about 70 calendar days or 10 weeks. In the Elite plan, the minimum investment is 100,000, the maximum is 1 million, with returns from 1 to 1.7%. Over the duration of the plan, you receive from 60 to 85% net profit by the end of the plan's term, just like with the starter plan, the optimal plan, and the premium plan. At the end of the term for all 4 of these plans, your investment is returned to your balance. And here, it's entirely up to you. You can either withdraw your funds or reinvest them, start a new cycle, and earn even more. Everything is in your hands. And as we can see, MaoPay has highlighted 2 plans. These are Venture VIP and Venture Premium. Here the minimum investment is from $100 up to $1 million. And it's exactly the same for Venture Premium. The significant difference is that Venture VIP offers a substantial profit ranging from 1.5% to 2.5% daily, 7 days a week, while Venture Premium, on the other hand, provides an even greater return, offering from 2% to 3% daily, also 7 days a week. But the only thing to note is that these are long-term plans, long-term packages. That is, after investing in these 2 plans, you will only be able to withdraw all your profit and your capital at the end of the term of these plans. That is, 200 days and 300 days. Regular days, not business days, just regular days. Just recently, my partner invested $50,000 in Venture Premium and said the following to me. I asked, why so much? What do you see? She says, I see reliability. I believe in the company and I know it will last more than 3 years, probably even 5. And I want my 50,000 after 300 days to turn into my new apartment. Or maybe a brand new luxurious penthouse. Essentially a spacious apartment, basically. Let's move on. The partnership program. Now, everything will be for the leaders. The partnership program. It's all very simple here. This is a unilevel linear system, 20 levels deep. From the first level, we get 7% from the second, 3% from the third to the fourth, 2%, and from the 5th to the 20th, we get 1%. Overall, the referral bonus return comes out to about 30%. That's from the entire depth, and that's very good. We earn quite well here. Yes, you've already seen it in my dashboard. Let's move on. This slide tells us how team turnover is created, basically how it's calculated and so on. We can see that from the first level, 100% goes into the team turnover. From the second and third levels, it's 90%. From the 4th to the 6th, it's 80%. From the 7th to the 10th, it's 70%. From the 11th to the 15th, it's 60%. And from the 16th to the 20th, it's 50%. What does this actually mean? Let's say your partner on the 4th level invests $10,000. You won't receive $10,000 in team turnover, you'll receive $8,000. But if your partner from the first level invests $10,000, you'll get $10,000 in team turnover. If it's from the second level, you'll get 9. So that's how the team turnover is accumulated. Let's move on to leadership bonuses, the leadership program. To advance through the ranks in MaoPay, all we need to do is accumulate our team turnover and make sure it keeps growing steadily. This way we multiply our profits. How exactly? For every increment of turnover, for example, say you have $10,000 in team turnover, you receive a one-time bonus of $100. A one-time payout for each milestone in your team turnover. $25,000 earns you a $250 bonus, and for instance, $100,000 earns you a $1,000 bonus. For example, I've already become a diamond director, and as you can see, for $2,500, I receive bonuses of $1,500, $250, and $100. So, I've already received all these bonuses because I've reached all these ranks. My next bonus will be $5,000 after reaching the 500,000 mark. And the bonuses here go all the way up to $100,000. In other words, you simply get $100,000 just because your team has generated that turnover. And at the same time, you don't even have to invest the full amount. Let's say you invested once, maybe $100, 1,000, 10,000, whatever amount you can. And then you build your team and receive your bonuses. Let's move on. The reinvestment program is very convenient, and I like that MaoPay has even thought this through. Let's look at the slide. We see from the first to the seventh line, and we also receive bonuses, referral income from the reinvestments made by our team. That is, from the first and second levels, we receive 3%, from the third to the fourth level, 2%, and from the fifth to the seventh, 1%. What does this mean? Let's say your partner from the second line, who has already activated their package and everything is going well, decides today to reinvest, or for example to top up their balance and reinvest another $10,000. You will receive 3% of that amount. This acts as an additional referral program, an extra bonus for you. This becomes a consistent passive income that keeps steadily accumulating for you. So the larger your dedicated team, the more significant profit you earn, the more individuals reinvest, and the more you ultimately make. Let's move on. Now here's where things get really interesting. This is the Ambassador program. In this comprehensive program, we have the opportunity to earn substantial income from the entire collective turnover generated by our dedicated team, our organizational structure, or whatever term you prefer to use to describe this collaborative network. Here in the Ambassador program, there are no lines, no levels. You earn from everything. Even if someone from your 30th line invests $100,000, you'll still get your percentage. What do you need to become an ambassador? You reach the first rank. The very first rank in this program is Associate Partner. Following that, you will need to compose and send an email to the company stating something along the lines of, "Hello, my name is your name. I am interested in becoming a MaoPay ambassador. What specific steps do I need to undertake?" They will then inform you of all the necessary requirements. Subsequently, they will dispatch your official document, confirming that you have successfully become an ambassador. After you become an ambassador, you receive all these bonuses. If you are a rank 1 leader, you get these bonuses. If you are a rank 4 leader, you get these bonuses. If you are a rank 7 plus leader, you get these bonuses. How does this work? Let's say, for example, this month I made a team turnover of $10,000. In addition to my referral earnings, leadership bonuses, and reinvestment profits, I also earn an extra monthly ambassador bonus of 1% from the $10,000. But if your team turnover, for example, is more than $50,000, you get 3%. If you've already become a leader for a country ambassador, you receive these bonuses. And for example, let's say from August 1st to September 1st, you generate a turnover of $250,000. You receive an 8% bonus on the 1st of September. At the same time, you've already earned referral profits, you've already earned profits from deposits you've earned from reinvestments, and you've also received bonuses for reaching 4 or 5 ranks. It's really cool. That's just crazy money. Let me show you with my own example. Literally on the 1st of the month, I received my first profit, the ambassador bonus. That's $6,676. This bonus was calculated from a team turnover of $222,000 because I became an ambassador when I had $52,000. After I received the document confirming that I became an ambassador, I generated a team turnover of $22,500. And after that, on the 1st of the month, I received this bonus of $6,676. And all of this is in addition to what we have already seen, to those significant $20,000 that we initially saw displayed clearly in my personal dashboard. Now, all that is truly left for you, my dear friends, is to thoughtfully decide whether you genuinely want to make truly crazy money or not. I honestly do not understand who would possibly disagree with this. You are simply missing out on the incredible chance of a lifetime to become truly financially independent and to consistently earn a very high income. Let's move on to the MaoPay roadmap then. Business strategy and risk management. I think we can probably skip over that, but let's take a look. It opened in Arabic. Not sure why. Sorry, I don't understand Arabic. We'll open the English version. Alright, let's go here. And what am I interested in here? It's to take a look at the MaoPay ecosystem. Where are they investing and what is their overall business strategy? MaoPay invests in algorithmic trading. This includes CEC arbitrage, market making, and DEX arbitrage. They also invest in data analytics. They have their own AI for risk management that calculates risk management. MaoPay also invests in venture capital investments in this sector. These are Web3 projects, crypto startups, and Layer 2 solutions. And they do all this not just for themselves, but for us as well, because they have already entered the global market, they have all the necessary registrations, and we can take advantage of this huge, large holding to make incredible amounts of money. Let's move on to the MaoPay roadmap. So what are the ins, what products and what exactly is MaoPay developing? How does it see the future of the crypto world in general and the protection of our entire crypto community? I got a bit ahead of myself, but that's okay. Roadmap. MaoPay, its products. Let's move on to the first product. This is the MaoPay wallet. A quantum protected wallet. Guys, this is the ledger of the future. Compared to the MaoPay wallet, Ledger is not secure at all. And keep in mind, Ledger has already been hacked and so on. But the MaoPay wallet, with its quantum security, they're unbreakable. It will be impossible to hack them. Yes, they're developing it and will soon bring it to market. They're already working on some prototypes and so on. Everything is really cool. We can see that yes, in 2027, 2028, who knows where all this will go. Let's move on. MaoPay biometrical payment card. They're also developing their own biometric payment system, which, as we can see, will work with MasterCard. And that's already a good sign because there are some global, international companies that will be cooperating or are already cooperating with MaoPay. They will also create their own hybrid offline and online token, the MaoPay Smart Coin, which will be used for transactions through their wallet and also with the biometric card to speed up all the processes within this large ecosystem. So guys, I can only say one thing. Start investing your time and resources, study all the relevant documents and all the available information. Don't ever look for any reasons to doubt yourself or to doubt the company's potential. Just simply start making significant amounts of big money and withdrawing it consistently every single day. Make your family happy with new gifts, purchases, and just earn, enjoy, and live your best life today, not someday in the future. And we choose MaoPay. MaoPay will help us with this. Have a great day, everyone.